one of the best songs in the world is Pretty Green Eyes, and he starts on fried chicken and fries or something.
Welcome along to Fried Chicken Fries, the random topic podcast, generator podcast show. That's its new full title, which I meant to say it like that. We're back for episodes, a million now.
22.
And I'm joined, as you can hear, by Richard Easterbrook. Hello, Richard.
Hello, you're right.
Yes.
Yes, great.
Yes.
Welcome.
It's nearly
welcome
Friday, isn't it? So
welcome along to the viewers at home.
And well, yeah, I know. I'm in the dark, which is good because I haven't brushed my hair. So there was a method in my madness. I look like I'm outside. I haven't been thrown out.
Honest. No, yes, you're right. It is nearly Friday, but I hate Fridays. So.
Oh, I like Fridays.
Yeah, well, it's my longest and busiest day.
Richard, it's not all about you.
It is. It used to be terrible. Like when I used to work in a proper newspaper office, and Friday was also a very busy day back then as well. And people used to like decamp to the pub over the road, and you could always hear revelry and people just having fun.
This is like
really annoying sound of like beer bottles being deposited in the bin.
This is great.
I hated it.
You're like Mr. Bean at the New Year party when all his friends leave and go somewhere else. You just sat at your desk writing about like Barrow FC.
It wasn't Barrow, but I was pressed up against the glass watching people having fun, wishing it was me.
Yeah, well, we can have some fun now though with the wheel.
Yes. Yeah.
Spin the wheel.
Do you want to spin?
Well, I can't spin it,
I know,
can I?
but shall I spin?
You should spin it, yeah.
Right, I need to share my screen.
Oh, does this mean I can see it?
You can see it, yeah.
Right.
I'll share the right one, not the wrong one.
Oh, there's knee porn on it.
Right, here we go.
Oh, God, what's he said, Richard?
Right, we're spinning.
Is that man's tail out? I was spinning the wheel. I'm spinning the wheel, and it is
Identical twins are dressed identically.
Right, okay.
This is where the wheel becomes Room 101, where the two concepts converge. The wheel becomes a Venn diagram.
So you don't like this, I guess.
I can't stand it.
Yeah, I think it's weird. I think it's odd.
Yeah.
You just turning up, you're just making that into one like you're making no effort to give them personalities or identities.
Yeah, and for people that already struggle, with like being able to tell these identical twins apart.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it just, yeah, it's just.
I have twin. Like, I have twin sisters.
Do they dress identically?
No, well, they're not identical.
Ah, right.
So that would just be like mental, really, if they're dressed identically. Yeah.
Yeah, like my auntie and uncle were twins.
And also they're like 28, so like they're a bit weird, really.
Are they close?
Well, the sisters, so pretty close, I'd say. Yeah.
I hate it. I despise the action of doing such a thing. It's weird. I can understand like if they're kids and you're like 2 or 3, and it's probably
but isn't that when it only happens? Because you're not doing this if you're like 17. Like
I've seen it in older people.
Oh, that's so weird. Are they? I know, but are they not a bit like
Yeah, probably. Yeah, like the cheeky girls, they can understand because they were an act.
Well, it's a gimmick, isn't it?
Yeah.
Remember when one of them went out with Lambert Olpic?
Yeah, I remember it. Fondly. Yeah.
He looks like the head off Art Attack.
I once thought I saw him in Newcastle Quayside. It wasn't.
Good story. It's a great story, Richard. Can you tell some more stories like that for the listeners at home, please?
But he probably gets that all the time. Like, it must be really annoying. Aren't you Lambert Olpic?
No. Well, dear me, extraordinary there. So there's a video of this, Richard. So
Yeah,
he does look like the head of Heart Attack.
does. You're right. You're right.
Well, I presume he isn't an identical twin, but I do find it odd, and I think slightly unnerving when I see it.
Yeah.
Decided to remove his earphones, which is.
I heard a noise.
Yeah.
It's not a flora.
Just carry the flora back, is he?
Ian hasn't
That was
returned.
it. Ian, my Ian.
No, I just don't like it. Yeah, it does. Like when it happens in kids, I can understand up to a certain age, but when you're like, when
90.
you're doing it, yeah, like, oh, nah, not for me.
No, do you know any identical twins? I used to play football with identical twins.
I guess they had to dress identically because we were wearing like the football kit.
Yeah, but like they did like wear different boots, and I still couldn't tell them apart. I had no idea.
I did have a friend who I had a friend who is now married to an identical twin. And whenever they would come and visit, I had no idea. I'd have to wait for them to say something because I knew what each other did for a living, but I didn't know.
It's like a welder.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
She
you.
came into
Chris.
the world of arts. It's you. Yeah.
It's you, yeah. You
Yeah.
leave that on, actually.
You're Frank-
It's just easier, really.
You know Frank Lampard Senior
Yes.
and Harry Redknapp
Uh-huh.
Senior.
Yeah.
They both got married to identical twins.
What, like the other twin?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I find that weird. I still find it weird.
Yeah, Frank, you'll never guess what I've done. Like, I'm so sorry.
In my defence, what?
They do look. I know. I can see why you've done that, but that isn't the twin. Wait, waste not, want not, like. I feel that you've put this on the wheel to get something off your chest. I don't really have anything else to add to this.
I've got nothing more to add on it. I think it
Well,
was it was a particular grievance at the time, and I can't remember the full reason as to why.
Well, move on. I think.
Yeah, let's move
Just
on.
spin the
Yeah.
wheel again. That's that one.
Discussed it.
ticked
We've
off.
discussed that. So that's identical. If you are an identical twin and you do dress identically to your identical twin, get in touch.
Yeah, and Richard will apologise to you.
Yeah, I will. Just like I apologised to the Forestry Commission, Northumberland National Park, and representatives of David Attenborough. I'm very sorry about that. But David Attenborough does steal birds' eggs.
He does.
From
Does
a
do
nest.
that. Does.
Right.
So we've been told.
I've got it on good authority.
Well,
Spinning again. We did
what
last
could it
summer.
be?
It's long.
Oh no.
Having a tradesman
I
come
can't
to
say
your
it.
house.
Well, that's quite topical, isn't it, Richard? If only this would have happened 2 or 3 weeks ago, when Ian was round.
Yeah, it would have been quite funny. I mean, we did kind of talk about Ian's presence. You couldn't really ignore his presence in the house,
Well,
considering he was.
Ian made himself quite well known in the fried chicken fries environment.
Yeah, considering
with
he was
his
demolishing the house at
terrible-
the time.
Yeah, he was, wasn't he? He made quite a decent effort at that.
Done a lovely job.
Has he?
Done a lovely
Good.
job. But yeah, we've had this has been on the wheel for some time. Before I had a slew of tradesmen coming through the doors.
I hate it when people
yeah.
have to call. I don't like it at all.
I can't stand it. Like, you have to do you have to change how you are amongst these people?
Well, I'm not the most manly of men, I would say. So, like, but the common ground I have is like I go to the pub a lot.
There you go.
So like, and they usually do. But then after we talked, like, so like because I work from home quite a lot of the time, I'm sort of just there, and I feel like I have to like converse with these people, but I don't want to because I don't know. It's all right because some of them are like friends, and that's okay. But I still just feel like inadequate because I'm at work and I'm talking to you while you're doing this thing that looks like impossible, and
Mm.
just I'm just pathetic. Like
Yeah.
I've got nothing to add to the. I know that they're not really interested in what I'm talking about. If they decline a drink, then I'm in bother here because
Yeah. Well, this one did. He didn't want to drink, and I'd bought stuff in, thinking that he would. So it's now I've got
yeah,
instant coffee that
got
I've
some
just
cans.
wasted. But no, I don't. I'm not fond of it. The issue when we had Ian round was that I every time I went to the toilet, I said I was off to take a call.
Quite a lot of coal. Why were you
Yeah,
hiding that you were going to the toilet for me?
I
And
don't know because it's perfectly natural. But
like,
like, I was on the toilet when he was meant to arrive one day, and I just texted him. I said, "Oh, I'm just in a meeting, but
and then you,
crack on," kind of thing.
and
And
then
he
you
had the
came
toilet
out.
flush.
Jeez.
I'd give it 10 minutes. You're right, Ian. How you doing? So yeah, it wasn't a good 3 days. If I'm being
I
honest,
do change how I am. I do.
because I'm not. I don't ever consider myself a manly man in any
No.
sense. I'm not an alpha. I don't, you know, don't know much about boxing. Put it that way.
No, and I'm like, and because the best is when they're like, so I'm just gonna do that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, like crack on.
like a plumber coming is my dad's mate, and he's sound, so that's okay. But I still don't. I still feel in the way. But like, I don't know if you get like a builder, like someone came to like fit some wardrobes, like build them in properly, and I'm like, I can't talk to you. And someone came to do a damp course, and I'm like, yep, ooh, it's yeah. I thought it was bad. Like I saw that and I thought that's not right.
Well, it's like Partridge when he has the builders round, isn't it? You
Yes,
feel like you have to kind of check in on them and like ask if everything's going all right. But I
yeah,
think they're just happy being left to their own devices.
yeah.
Like,
Can you just leave me alone? Because I remember being getting some work done before, and there was a family friend doing it, and I was like, oh, I'll work from home, and he was like, well, you being here isn't going to help. So if you need to go to work, just go and leave the key. I was like, all right, I'll do that
spot on.
then.
Yeah, yeah. I had
But
nowhere else
yeah,
to go with since I work from home. I
yeah. I just
couldn't
find
go
it.
anywhere.
I just find it all a bit overwhelming.
Yeah, yeah. And after like, I often have to kind of drop my voice by a couple of octaves
I
as
do
well.
have a deep
You all right,
voice.
lad? Aye.
That goes in my favour.
Mine is quite deep-ish, but I'd drop it an octave or two. Maybe ramp up the regional
Change me,
dialect.
change me Spotify dialect. Sorry, not dialect. Change my Spotify playlist. Is that the
Yeah.
Pet Shop? No, no, it's not. It's Motorhead. I only listen to Motorhead actually.
Is that George
Um,
Michael?
no, I listen to this ironically actually.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, like
actually
just like I dress like this ironic. I hate everything I wear. I just, I just
yeah. No, I can't stand them.
I can't stand.
I love the work that they do, and I appreciate it, and I understand that it's difficult to make a living, and paying tax isn't for everyone, but like I appreciate them coming into the house to do their things, but I appreciate it more when they leave.
Yeah, when it's done. Yeah.
And there's
Oh
wait.
well.
The worst. I think one of the worst things about it is waiting for the tradesman to come to your house as well.
Yeah, it's like when you're waiting for like if you've got an appointment, isn't it, at like 1 o'clock,
Mm.
and you're in waiting mode from 8:30.
Yeah,
Yeah, I should get ready soon. Just like go about your day and then just go there. Like, stop being weird. Like, it's very odd. People are just so weird.
but I can never let them think that I've been looking out the window waiting for
No,
them.
no, it's like you're
So
waiting
it's
for
like,
a
oh,
takeaway, isn't it? Despite the
yeah,
fact that I've tracked your stupid little Uber Eats bike for the last 30 minutes. I still have to wait a little bit, even though I know that you're at the door because I've had an alert from you to tell me that you're at the door
We
with
can
the
see your
McDonald's
outline
that I
through the
want.
door.
Yeah, just waiting at the end of the. I know you're there. I can see. Just come and get your fucking burger and go back inside.
You have to give the code now.
Yeah,
I
the
hate that.
the last. I don't order that many takeaways, but I ordered one the other week. Pissed, and I ordered it to the pub by mistake.
Mm.
So I had to go. Had to go. Had to go back to the pub and forlornly collect a curry that I delivered to. Way, aye.
In your pajamas.
Yeah,
Look at.
yeah. Sigmund, what Thunderbird's pajamas?
Yeah, tradesmen. You can't.
Aye, Thunderbirds are going now. Fuck off. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's.
Yeah, I think that's
tradesmen.
tradesman. Yeah. Right, we'll move on. Right, just share the wheel.
Yeah,
Do the wheel again.
two very long titles.
Flying through them. Here.
Yeah, I'm just making a note because I will forget.
Well, is dementia on the wheel?
I don't know. I've forgotten.
Yeah.
Okay, different vibe tonight because we're recording at night.
Yeah, I know. And I'm outside. I'm not really.
Yeah, you're outside in the cold. Right, here we go. Wheel is up. We're spinning the wheel.
We're spinning the wheel. The wheel is spinning. I'm concerned about this one, if I'm honest. This is, what is it? The Simpsons.
It's a big one.
It's a big one, yeah. I don't know if I love The Simpsons,
Yeah.
but I'm not in like a Simpsons watching phase.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know whether I want to save it.
We could veto it because it's probably enough in there for a bigger run at it.
Yeah, we'll go. Yeah, we'll veto it.
We'll veto it, right?
Just because when you go through, I haven't watched The Simpsons for a bit.
Yeah, I started watching the new series of them, and it wasn't that bad.
Oh well, we'll save that chat.
Sounds like clickbait, doesn't it? I watched the new Simpsons.
Yeah.
And it wasn't as bad as people say. Some of it was terrible.
27 amazing photographs of The Simpsons.
Once you get over the kind of the age of the people now.
I can't. Well, we don't want to talk about it.
No, we're not talking about it.
Nip this in the bud.
Bud being nipped right now. Right.
Wheel is back. Spinning. There'll be some disappointed listeners there that we didn't tackle The Simpsons.
Yeah, it's fine. It'll be there for another time.
Never mind the Buzzcocks. Right, I'm happy with. Yeah. So, I used to love that. Like, it was so good with Simon Amstel.
Yeah.
I know that wasn't the original. It was obviously Mark Lamar before he went and won Fame Academy.
1950s bin man.
Yeah. Did you like me joke there?
I did like it. Yeah.
He disappeared off the face of the earth, didn't he, Mark Lamar?
Yeah, he did. I don't know what happened to him.
Was he a bad? Did he do a bad, or was he just like...
I don't think so. I best check it out. So it started in 1996.
Right.
It was during like I want to say like golden age of kind of like that kind of humour. It fitted in with all like lad and ladette.
Yeah,
kind of
like they think it's all over.
Yeah, getting in from the pub kind of TV.
Yeah,
little
absolutely
bit
wasted. Well, I mean, I was 4 in 1996, so you'd have been.
That'd have been 13.
Well, you'd have been still at school. Were you at that school?
Not that school, no.
Not that school.
No. So yeah, the initial run was from 96 to 2015. Initially presented by Mark Lamar, Simon Amstel, off of Pop World, was it?
Yeah, it was a thing.
With
he was great. He was very good.
So he presented up until it was axed. You just had an incoming call.
Yeah, I did. I forgot to put it on airplane mode. Sorry.
Would that have helped it?
I don't know. I don't think it would have made any. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Did it interrupt or not?
It just flagged it up on my
All
screen.
right.
But yeah, 1996 it started. Then it was axed in 2015. Simon Amstel hosted it in 2006 up until it was axed, and it's come back. It came back in 2021
Yeah.
with Greg Davis.
Yeah, but I don't.
I know it was.
No.
Was it? Yeah,
Yeah, it
yeah,
was.
it was
I don't. I like him, but I can't stand Daisy May Cooper.
yeah,
I really cannot stand her.
yeah,
So I've not really I watched the first few and I was like, I can't get away with her just like pretending everything is the funniest thing in the world. And I just think she's not for me. But the run I had with it was the golden age for me was Amstel. In his like
yeah,
Preston walking off the set is just one of the like he's wearing a silver sort of blazer.
yeah,
Nothing ordinary about that. And he, he was married to Chantel at the time, wasn't he?
yeah. It was during the kind of post Celebrity Big Brother kind of
And there's like
promo buzz.
there's an edge to him, and then Simon Amstel proceeds to read extracts from Chantel's autobiography at random points through the show, which I think Preston finds amusing at first.
Well, he humours him, doesn't he? That's essentially what
Yeah,
he's doing.
and then
Yeah,
and then he kind of got as someone who regularly takes things too far. Simon Amstel then takes it too far, and then he says something like, "I didn't want to spoil the ending for you." And he just walks because there's a moment when he goes, you can see Preston is very happy, and Simon's like, "Well, come on, we're having fun," and he's like, "Well, let me know when it starts."
yeah. You know when you like see people like when they have like compilation shows of people storming off stage and things. So the famous one was the Bee Gees walking off Clive Anderson's show,
All right,
and you've had other people storming off,
yeah,
and they always go with like the microphone still connected,
yeah,
which is always quite
yeah,
funny.
yeah, it's great.
You have to do that kind of humiliating unplugging thing.
But Bill Bailey's great on that as well because he goes, "Oh no, we can't lose Preston." Yes. Does anyone look a bit like
Yeah,
Preston?
they look a bit like him.
But then the
But
episode around the same time was Donny Tourette's been on, and he's just absolutely wasted from the Towers of
yeah,
London. And that's so good because he tries to take the piss out of the committee, and he's just like, "You won't win. Bill is a professional comedian. You won't win."
I think what I was just about to say about people storming off. They always go back to the people afterwards and go like, in hindsight, I probably should have handled that a bit better.
Yeah,
Regret it. It didn't make very good TV. It made great TV.
yeah.
I don't think Simon Amstel could have handled it any better than he did. And considering where Preston is now,
He lives in
where is he?
LA. No.
Well, I know he like co-wrote an Ollie Murs song.
He co-wrote a lot of songs, Preston.
All right, sorry.
But no, but it's you handle.
Just instantly minimising what he's done, and I don't know.
I like the Ordinary Boys, but the the thing about that is like handling. If you'd handle it differently, we wouldn't be talking about this 20 years later.
Yeah.
But it was an absolute. It was great, Buzzcocks. I might give the new series a new run.
Yeah, because I like Greg Davis. I think he's really good.
Yeah, he is good.
But I don't really like Taskmaster that much.
I don't. No, it's all right. It's a bit.
I just don't like Alex Horn.
No, I find him very irritating.
Yeah, but each to their own. I'm sure he hates this podcast.
Good. Oh, he's banned from this.
Yeah.
But not Buzzcocks.
It's another Another listener we've burned through.
Well, yeah, we haven't got very many, so we need, we're not going to have Preston listening now, thanks to you.
No.
So that'll be the city of Preston.
Yep, entire city. I do like a pre-Big Brother Ordinary Boys, week in, week out.
Yeah, very good.
Over-the-counter culture, that
Yeah,
album, great.
maybe some. Yeah, very good. Seaside's great song. Talk, talk, talk.
Talk, yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I did like that era of Ordinary Boys.
Very good. 2004.
Yeah.
But no, a good show, Buzzcocks. Again, not too much to really go on about, but it very of its time. Even then, like, it kind of adapted well. It moved on. Like, I'm still kind of brought it in a different sort of light, I'd say, with his, because Mark Lamar was, I would say, I was probably a bit young to kind of get his sort of version of it.
Wasn't that removed from Amstel?
No.
It was very kind of like, I wouldn't say smug, but I think if you weren't like on an intellectual plane,
It's clever comedy though, isn't it? It's
yeah, you'd probably feel a little bit like he's taking the mick out.
Yeah.
A lot of the people didn't realise they were being
belittled, basically.
belittled. Yeah, and some just went along because it made good TV. But,
No, there's some, yeah. It's very good. The intros round is great as well. Like, just great fun to have to do that.
yeah, Phil Jupiter was good.
Yeah, he was great. Yeah, there's a clip of him performing with the Ordinary Boys. Actually,
Was he like just doing was he doing the introduction on like
he
a desk?
sings the cover. He does. Yeah. He sing. They do a really good cover of the Little Bitch by the Specials, and he performs with them at one of their gigs. So yeah, check that out.
Was this before or after he?
Oh, well, it'll have been before, I imagine, after the incident. But yeah, Buzzcocks. Very good.
Never mind the Buzzcocks.
Never mind the Buzzcocks. Here's another topic.
So we've got time for one more.
Oh, you reckon? Shall we?
I think we've got time for one more.
A quick one.
Right, here we go. We're spinning.
Oh, it's not something devastating.
Well, we don't have a veto in the bag.
No, I know we don't. Is it? Pot noodles.
Pot noodles. This is a very recent addition to the wheel.
Is it a guest? Is it a visitor? Not a visitor.
It is. It's a listener.
Who was it?
Submission. I'm just getting there now. I've not written it down.
Good,
good admin.
That's very good, Richard. You've got.
Yeah, I will find out. I believe it was. Yes, it was. It was Daryl.
Right. Okay. Hello.
Daryl01, who suggested it on B Sky.
Right, B Sky B.
B Sky B. Yeah, he suggested it on Sky.
I don't like pot noodles.
Well, I don't anymore. But I used to love them. Right. I used to adore them.
I find the common concept of a pot noodle sandwich repulsive.
Is that a thing?
People do that. I've seen people do that.
I used to do it with super noodles.
It's the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's the same basic concept.
It is
like,
the same thing.
It just makes me feel physically ill. That.
Yeah, the thing is with pot noodles, though, like, there is always going to be water. With super noodles, you can kind of get.
Yeah. I just don't think the pot noodle tastes good at all. I think, like, the chicken and mushroom one, is that the green one?
That's the green one, yeah.
It's just rank. I just think it's horrible.
Well, what they are is they're not. There's nothing oriental about any of them.
No.
Like, they're not. The idea of a noodle dish in a pot is something that came over from Japan, developed by a company called Nissin.
No, they make cars. They make. No.
But you can get a Nissin
Primera.
Yeah. With
you'll never guess what happened.
ABS and power steering.
You'll never guess what you're gonna laugh at this, like.
Yeah, the factory in Washington actually builds pot noodles.
Vantec.
But yeah,
actually,
you
supply.
can get the Nissin pot noodle pot, and that you can get like all kinds of flavors with that, and they're proper.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're proper. But pot noodles like chicken and mushroom. The original flavors were chicken and mushroom, like beef and tomato.
Why is that?
Was
Why?
another one.
Why?
Beef and
Why
tomato.
beef and tomato? Why?
Awful combination.
Why?
Who sat in the room and
Who's
went,
that?
I've got it. I've got it. Beef.
What were
I
the?
like beef, but tomato as well.
Like
Like,
what?
does that
What were the
kind of a
other?
bolognese?
What were the other suggestions? Like egg and
I don't
fish.
know. There must have been a fishy option.
Oh. I'm not
Yeah.
against a noodle pot. Like.
Yeah. Yeah. But I can't remember the name. It's Soba, isn't it?
Soba, yeah.
Yeah, they're great.
Are they the ones you tip down the sink?
They're the ones that I tipped down the
That
sink. Yeah,
is a
because
flawed, but it's a flawed design. That
it is slightly. I think. Well, what Soba do is you put the water in, and then you drain the water out.
yeah, but in order to drain it out, you have to tip the water over your hand. You have to tip
You have
what
to
is
tip.
essentially boiling water over your own hand.
So if I'll use I don't have a noodle pot to hand,
If
which
you
is quite
feel like
surprising.
6 empty ones on your desk.
You have to kind of like you put the lid back on. And It's got holes in it around the top,
Yeah.
and then you kind of have to pour it away from you, like that.
But it goes on your hands.
It goes on your hands, but you kind of like have to hold the lid on, because if you don't hold the lid on, the lid will fall off.
Yeah.
Which has happened to me, and it's happened to you.
It does.
It did happen to me at work, and I just walked out. Just walked out and got a Greg's. But you have to pour the water out until it's all gone. And then you put the flavour, a little sachet of like soy sauce and little bits of oil.
Well, there's a
and stuff.
comical bit of that. Well, that butcher's what I presume is MSG is in this like powder sort of thing. It just looks ghastly. I like the traditional, not traditional out there. I like the authentic ones that you can't understand what they are.
Oh yeah, they're great.
Like I had one once that I just physically couldn't eat it. It was so hot. Like it was like devastatingly like I can eat hot, spice. I wouldn't like choose to have look, I'm having this curry because it's great and I can eat it. But I can eat like spicy food. But this was just like barbaric. It was,
Yeah.
and I looked it up and I think it was banned in Denmark or something.
Yeah. I know which one you mean. Yeah, I wouldn't. Not even going to bother with.
I didn't. I mean, it said hot, and then when I read the thing, I was like, oh no, this is going to be quite hot, and it was just ruinously hot. It was horrendous. But yeah, they're decent, but a pot noodle, nah.
Pot noodle kind of had they had the monopoly for ages, really.
Yeah. Until Nissan came along with
the Micra, or the Duke Qashqai. Yeah, and I was one of the ones kind of carried away with the taste sensation that they brought.
They're actually quite bland.
Well, when you've had others, yeah, but for a quick snack, it was pretty good. The issue was like if you didn't stir them in properly.
Ugh.
So it's like, oh, this doesn't taste great. Then you get to the bottom and you've got like congealed powder. Or lumps. Like lumps were pretty bad. And if you put too much water in, it became a soup. If you didn't put enough in, they wouldn't soften. We had when I was at uni, we had a pot noodle machine.
All right.
And you'd get your pot noodle, and it was basically a kettle.
Yeah.
It was basically a kettle. You'd take the lid off, put it underneath, and it would dispense the right amount of water. And stir it.
It was unnecessary to have a machine for this.
It did, but then it was like my second day at uni, and it was a novelty for me to have a pot noodle machine, so I made one, and then walked into my first seminar at university. Said straight out, like literally, I'd spin on my heels, and they're like, "No, out! You can't have that in here."
Oh, I'm pay me money.
They expected us just to put it in the bin and come back in, but I didn't. I went and sat outside and ate it. I'm not wasting like
Where have
£2.
you been? They're quite hot, actually.
Well,
I burnt my tongue on this now.
But I was called Pot Noodle Boy for an entire year after
Yeah,
that.
bad move. Really.
Just it was fair enough, to be fair.
Did that replace one of the other nicknames, or
I just joined it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can different flavours now. I'm not a big fan.
Well,
of the Bombay Bad Boy. I don't think Korean noodles are a.
No.
I know you can get them from a Chinese, but
they're not for me.
a fan of it.
They're not for me. They're not for me.
Yeah.
They'll
Beef
never.
and tomato is.
It's an area like it's
still
it's so funny. Beef and tomato. Why are you having that? Who's having that? What are you gonna have for tea? I don't know. What should we have with this beef? I don't know. Should we have some tomatoes with it? Oh yeah, that sounds nice. And then some noodles. Yeah. That would be nice.
Yeah,
we'll have that. Yeah. Fucking hell, are you mental? Are you mental?
I can't have it in this bowl. Have you got anything? Well, we've got an old plant pot.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to freeze dry this, right? And then we're going to have it tomorrow. All right, but in order to do that, we need to put some boiling water in it to rehydrate this beef and tomato.
I can say its merits, but once you get like a legit noodle pot, I don't think you go back to a pot noodle.
Yeah,
or a super noodle for that matter.
Yeah, super noodles, I don't mind.
I think it's a lot of faff.
Yeah, it is when you can just it's pointless, isn't it? Really, it's like
You can get them in a pot, and you can get a pot noodle without the pot.
But no, because they don't.
So you can get super noodles in a pot and then pot noodles outside of the pot.
No,
it's like getting Hellman's ketchup and Heinz mayonnaise.
I prefer Heinz mayonnaise, but
just subversive behaviour.
Yeah, Hellman's ketchup isn't that good though. Yeah, that's weird. But anyway, that was pot noodles. Turns out to be the longest topic.
Yeah, it's always the way. The food is the thing that gets us talking.
Indeed, it
Biscuits.
is. Biscuits.
Remember biscuits.
Well, who can forget that 40 minutes on biscuits? Well, that concludes another action-packed episode of Fried Chicken Fries. We've rattled through 4 topics, which were pot noodles, identical twins that dress identically, tradesmen at your house, and what was the other one?
Never mind the Buzzcocks.
Never mind the Buzzcocks. We'll be back next week with more Royal We Don't Know, with more random topics.
Exactly.
Just if you see David Attenborough walking around, just tell him to stay away from them bird nests. Thanks for listening.